talking Traverse City. So last night I didn't post a review last night. I did miss actually no, I didn't miss any of the game last night. I watched the whole game, regretfully. We lost 3-0 to Detroit. We didn't score a single goal despite having some chances. I'm just gonna do a quick review here. I'm just gonna get it in and out because there's not really much to talk about the last night's game in Traverse City against Detroit. Detroit's got a really good team, but my biggest takeaways were we didn't lose 3-0. We lost like 5-0. I don't know. We got shut out. We got shut the hell out. We took way too many penalties. I think we officially took like 10 penalties last night. So it was a highly undisciplined game for the young Rangers. So it was I gotta get a haircut. It was a very undisciplined game. Took a lot of dumb penalties, especially at bad times. But not for nothing though, we also blew the tire on the power play. We had I think 5 or 6 power plays and we didn't score on. Not that Brodeur didn't look good, but he gave up some goals. There was not for nothing, Nils Lundqvist better be a friggin' beast, because after watching Joe Veleno play last night, it makes you scratch your head and wonder, why the fuck didn't the Rangers pick this guy? We needed forwards. And we ended up drafting so many defensemen. Because Joe Veleno really did look very, very good last night. I was actually pretty darn impressed with the way he was skating. I mean, he literally looked like Matt Barzal, like just if Barzal was a lefty. Just the way he was skating, carrying, and stick handling. All things Joe Veleno was doing, it was kind of opposite of what the scouting report had him as when he was playing with St. John's and where I think he got traded. But they made him sound like a slow center that was just good at passing the puck and getting back. No, Joe Veleno was on freaking wheels. All right, you guys got jets on his skates. Stick handling, Veleno looked awesome. This is not a Veleno video. This is a Rangers video. As for the Rangers, who looked good, who didn't. Hayek looked pretty good. Lindgren looked all right. He needs a little seasoning, to tell you the truth. Not seeing Sean Day was a little upsetting, especially because this is the Prospects tournament. I don't know why we're playing Derek Pratt. Not that he's bad, but he's not going to get a contract. So I don't know why we even did that. I mean, he had a decent game. I guess he earned the game or whatever. Nico Gross looked okay. He looked better this game than he did last time he played. Who else was playing? Who else? I'm just trying to think off the top of my head. Ty Ronning looked awesome. Ty Ronning looked really good. This was his best game. Just even though he didn't pick up a point or anything, even though we didn't score, this was Ty Ronning's best game. Everything was there. He wasn't falling all over the ice. He was stick handling. He was shooting. He was hitting. He was doing everything you expected out of Ty Ronning, especially with the expectancy that he fills the role of what Ryan Callahan used to do. At least that's just what you would think, because it's just the way he's described and all that. Kaido looked really good. Elias Anderson was a little bit more aggressive offensively. I like seeing that. I like seeing him showcase more of his offensive skill set, his stick handling and all that. You saw a lot of that at Elias Anderson last night. Gabriel Fontaine, I can never really complain about the guy. He kills penalties well. He stick handles. I think he's got the best hands in the Rangers system. Not even gonna lie to you. As good as Keitel and Kraft so far, I really think Fontaine has the best hands. Timmy Gettinger again had another awesome game. I think he was centering the fourth line again, but it just shows that, like, I'm happy for Tim. I'd rather him have a line to himself than be surrounded by studs where he needs them to create the plays for him, because he was creating plays for the fourth line last night. Using his big frame, he had a couple drives to net, a couple really good quality shots. What else? Melanson looked alright again last night, but I don't think he really ever becomes anything. He did have a good game, though. I'll give him credit where credit is due. Lindqvist was invisible. I didn't see a thing out of Michael Lindqvist. I saw him take one shot all game long. Other than that, he looked invisible. I honestly forgot that he was out there at points and thought that he was just an invitee. He was invisible. Michael Lindqvist did nothing. Ville Meskinen, on the other hand, has been insane. Hands, passing, shooting, back checking. I really think, although there's a common notion right now that Lindqvist is the better player, that Meskinen is better than Michael Lindqvist. At least he's adjusting in North America a lot better than Michael Lindqvist is. I actually think that there's a good chance that Ville Meskinen surprises everybody in camp and probably plays a few games in the NHL from the start of the season. I think Meskinen has been that good, at least in Traverse City. I like to see what he does against NHL bodies in the preseason, but Meskinen looks heads and tails above the other prospects right now in terms of just NHL readiness. He looked really good last night. Jesus Christ. Invitee Kyle Potts looked pretty good. Kyle Potts is a big kid. 6'4", I think 220. He had a pretty good game. I don't think he earns a contract, but it's good to see. The kid had a good game. I was kind of upset we didn't see Stuchel last night because I really want this kid to get a contract from the Rangers. So it kind of sucked not to see him. You do want to see the guys that are fighting for a contract play a little bit more, and by a little bit more I mean every single game, because again they're fighting for a contract, and I think out of every invitee we have, he's like the only one that is in the realm of getting a contract. He's just been that good, or at least an amateur tryout for the Wolfpack, or maybe even a PTO for the preseason. So I think Stuckel's been good enough for that. Who else? Crawley did good. Yeah, Crawley did pretty good again. Crawley had a couple really, really good rushes, a couple good shots, great skating on the back check. You know, Crawley's faster than I think people give him credit for, because there were a few times where Crawley looked absolutely beaten. He was able to get back. And there were a few times on offense where he carried the puck up and kind of just blew by everybody. It was pretty impressive. That's something I want to see a little bit more out of Keitel, him using his size and his speed to blast past defensemen instead of trying to cut to the middle every single time. But that's his prerogative. You know, Keitel's more of a hands guy, whereas Kreider would be the guy to drive the net, not Philip Keitel. But I think if Keitel did that, he'd still be pretty damn effective. And no one else really comes to mind that actually, you know, completely stood out or was totally invisible that I could get off the top of my head. That's just what I remember from last night. Unless I could talk a little bit about Jeremy Brodeur. Brodeur, you know, he almost looks like at points he's getting lucky when he's making saves, but I want to say he's a solid goaltender, though. He's a solid goalie. I don't think he gets a contract from the Rangers. I don't think he gets a contract from the Wolfpack. I don't think he gets a contract from the, what's our new minor league team? The Maine Mariners, I think. I follow him on Twitter. I feel like I should know this. I don't think he gets a contract from any of those guys. I think he goes back to where he came from last season. It was just good to see him on as an invitee. He played pretty good. I wouldn't be upset if he got a contract in the ECHL for the Rangers this year and let him develop a little bit, because he kind of has the makings to be maybe a decent goalie one day. I don't think he's anything elite or even a starter, but you never know. You never know about a prospect. Could be. Yeah, Marty St. Louis was undrafted, thought to be absolutely nothing, makes his name for himself in Calgary, and then becomes an Art Ross winner in Tampa Bay and a Stanley Cup champion and a captain. So, you know, anything can happen with these prospects. I never want to doubt anybody, and I never want to put ceilings on anybody either. Yeah, so that's my little hits on Jeremy Brodeur. I'd imagine the Rangers do play again today. It's like 6th or 7th place or something. I have no idea. They didn't do very good this tournament, not as good as I expected. So they do have their last game tonight. I'd imagine Chris Nell is going to get the start. I'm going to guess that we're going to see Sean Day back in the lineup, as well as Jacob Stuchel. If not, I don't know what they're doing. I did just post a video about the Rangers acquiring Adam McQuaid. You can go ahead and watch that. And yeah, see you guys in the next one. Comment your thoughts about the game below, and I'll see you guys again. Not this evening, but next evening. I have a hockey game tonight, so I'm not getting home till late. Can't record late. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.